NRATV with Grant Stinchfield.
This is a historic day that gun owners can rejoice in. Let's get right out to the Capitol, where Donald Trump is being sworn in as the 45th President of the United States.
That I will faithfully execute.
The office of President of the United States.
The office of President of the United States.
And will, to the best of my ability.
And will, to the best of my ability.
Preserve, protect, and defend.
Preserve, protect, and defend.
The Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
There he is, Donald Trump, the man who has shocked the world. He is sworn in as the 45th President of the United States of America, taking the reins from Barack Obama. I'm not sure which I was more excited about, seeing Donald Trump take over or seeing Barack Obama leave. But this is a day all Americans can be proud of. The swearing in of a President of the United States is a day to celebrate our military, to celebrate our country, to celebrate our republic, to celebrate our democracy. But most of all, to all of you out there watching, you need to celebrate in the work that you have done. 5 million members of the NRA, 110 million gun owners came together, moved forward, and got a president elected, a man no one thought could do it. Now, while we watched Donald Trump at the Capitol, outside of the Capitol, this was going on. To think about the hopefulness at the mall, you had these idiots. They are anarchists. They took to the streets to try to block traffic. There you see in the background, they're breaking the windows to the Bank of America building. None of them were arrested. They caused more damage throughout the city as they moved through. We want to thank Chuck Holton for shooting that video for us. So you have two dichotomies in this nation going on at the very, very same time. You have the hopefulness and fresh face of Donald Trump. He is taking the podium. I want to join in now to hear what he is saying to the world.
Chief Justice Roberts, President Carter, President Clinton, President Bush, President Obama, fellow Americans, and people of the world, thank you. We, the citizens of America, are now joined in a great national effort to rebuild our country and restore its promise for all of our people. Together, we will determine the course of America and the world for many, many years to come. We will face challenges. We will confront hardships. But we will get the job done. Every 4 years, we gather on these steps to carry out the orderly and peaceful transfer of power. And we are grateful to President Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama for their gracious aid throughout this transition. They have been magnificent. Thank you. Today's ceremony, however, has very special meaning, because today we are not merely transferring power from one administration to another or from one party to another, but we are transferring power from Washington, D.C., and giving it back to you, the people. For too long, a small group in our nation's capital has reaped the rewards of government while the people have borne the cost. Washington flourished, but the people did not share in its wealth. Politicians prospered, but the jobs left and the factories closed. The establishment protected itself, but not the citizens of our country. Their victories have not been your victories. Their triumphs have not been your triumphs. And while they celebrated in our nation's capital, there was little to celebrate for struggling families all across our land. That all changes starting right here and right now, because this moment is your moment. It belongs to you.
What Donald Trump is talking about is the ruling class that no longer rules Washington. Donald Trump says he's going to drain the swamp and hand Washington back to the people. It's supposed to be a government by the people and for the people. We got away from that. Hopefully Donald Trump gives us a chance at getting back to that. On the phone right now, or via the internet, is Dana Lash. We're having some video problems from Las Vegas. But Dana, your response now to Donald Trump is our new president.
Well, Grant, I'm here at SHOT Show. I'm actually at Liberty Safe, the Liberty Safe booth here in SHOT Show. And right the moment when he finished his swearing in, SHOT Show erupted into cheers and applause. And it was just, I mean, even though it's one of the, final day of SHOT Show, everybody just broke out into applause and celebrations. And so it's a very uplifted mood here. This is one of the things, regardless of whether or not someone appreciates the policies of the current president or if they were on the side of the former president. What is to be celebrated, and that's what this is about. You are celebrating the peaceful exchange of power without bloodshed. That is what this is about. It's not about partisanship. It's not about political parties. It is about an amazing tradition in the United States where we exchange power without bloodshed. We are one of the few countries in the world that can do this. And you know what? I love the pageantry that we put on celebrating this and showcasing this and making a lesson out of it to the rest of the world.
And so, Dana, as we talk about the peaceful transition of power, I want to roll some video of protesters outside of the National Mall. These protesters, I know you can't see the video, but they're breaking the glass of a local bank. I saw them start busting through car windows, turning over all kinds of garbage cans on the street, just causing absolute chaos.
Right.
It is anarchy. They need to be arrested. They haven't been yet. I'm sure we'll find out more, but look at the dichotomy of what we face as a nation while that's going on, while, just as you said, we have a very, very peaceful transition of power.
And I saw that little kid. He looked like one of the extras from Talladega Nights, that little kid that was burning stuff in the middle of the street last night. And he was asked by Griff Jenkins, he was asked, well, what are you doing this for? And he goes, well, because screw the president. I can't stand the president. It's something to that effect. And I thought two things simultaneously. The first one, he needs his ass beat. The second one is, where are his parents at? And that you see all of this, and look at these stupid signs that they have. They're out here preaching about how they hate capitalism while they're tweeting on an iPhone 6. They're out here screaming about capitalism while they're wearing $300 boots, and they went to Hot Topic in the mall and they got an all-black outfit. Who are these morons?
I want to interrupt you and play this audio of this kid.
That didn't vote.
Kind of started this fire.
So why'd you start that fire, Carter?
This kid.
It's Connor.
Carter. Sorry, why'd you start that fire?
Because I felt like it, and because I'm just saying screw our president.
Now, I want to know where his parents are, and I think that young man should be arrested. I don't care if you're 6 years old or 36 years old.
That kid's a future Bill Ayers. It's like a little Bill Ayers right there. You know what? And I mean to be harsh. Kids like that, he's old enough to know better. If my kid was doing something like that in the middle of the street, like I said, I'd beat his ass. You don't do something like that. It's disrespectful. And where are his parents? It was like midnight when that took place. It was like midnight on the East Coast when that took place. That is what is wrong with the system. And this is why people voted for Trump on November 8th, because of that kind of stuff right there.
And so, Dana, what I would like to do is not give these protesters any more play here than they deserve.
We'll knock
them off the screen, because what we do have is a president that is giving a speech. And I want to just dip into his speech and hear what Donald Trump is saying, if we can pot that up.
And decay. We've made other countries rich, while the wealth, strength, and confidence of our country has dissipated over the horizon. One by one, the factories shuttered and left our shores, with not even a thought about the millions and millions of American workers that were left behind. The wealth of our middle class has been ripped from their homes and then redistributed all across the world. But that is the past. And now we are looking only to the future.
That is Donald Trump being sworn in as the 45th President of the United States of America. It is a great day, and not to be underestimated, the work that our members did, the members of the NRA, 5 million of you, joined with 110, 115 million other gun owners in America, freedom-loving people, came together to get a president elected. We can rejoice today, finally.